Welcome to Candidly Chanel, and today we're going to talk about why does race matter? Why does the color of someone's skin matter so much in this world? And this topic really touches me because I am a Black American, and something about race is always surrounding me, whether it's out at the mall, at a grocery store, on TV, it's everywhere. And people really need to realize it does not matter what color your skin is, because we're all interdependent on one another, which means we rely on each other for something. For example, if I work at a job and my boss is Caucasian, I depend on my boss to sign my check every 2 weeks to get paid. Regardless of what color he is or she is, they sign my paycheck and I need to get paid. So I am interdependent on them to make that happen and to turn in my time so that I can get paid. It just saddens me because I do feel like the media glorifies race so much, especially when it comes to this police business where white police officers are shooting black police officers. I feel like they focus on that. Indian cultures kill each other, Hispanics kill each other, Caucasian people kill each other, black on black crime happens, but why do we have to emphasize that black boy killed that white police officer? I don't understand why is the media just glorifies that. Like, crime is crime and violence is violence regardless of what the color of your skin is. And it just saddens me that people look at each other at the skin color instead of looking at it as a human being, because we're all the same people. We're just formed differently. We're all humans. And I always ask people when the conversation of race comes up and they talk about race and things, do you know what color God is? What are you going to do? Say you're Caucasian and you don't like black people. What are you going to do when God comes back black? Or if you're a black person and you don't like Caucasian people, what would you do if God comes back white? What are you going to say to him? Oh no, I like this color race. I mean, it really is the craziest things. Or when, say for instance, kids who are biracial, they get picked on because they might be Hispanic or Dominican and white, or they may be, black and Dominican, or black and white. Why does it matter? Why does it matter what color you are? I mean, social economic status does not look at people according to what color they are. It doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. And then it's funny because I wrote a blog on my blog site about, racism and things like that and color. And I was thinking, how people don't like, and it's not even picking on any form of color, just stating the facts about biracial kids. Do you know where biracial kids, this whole thing started? If you really want to be honest about this, like, I really had to think about this. Back in the days where black people were slaves, the white masters were sleeping with the black women, and we're having biracial children. But now all of a sudden, back then the white men were sleeping with these black women. In today's society, it's an issue about whites being with blacks and blacks being with whites. Like, why can't everybody just love each other? I feel like there's so much more in the world that should be of importance and concerns, rather than talking about race and being unjustified because of the color of your skin. We do not choose what color skin we are or are in. Because if I had to choose, I would be red. My color skin would be like a light red. I think that would be hot, right? No, maybe not. Just a little joke in there. But it just saddens me that certain races are targeted all the time. And I get the whole thing that life isn't fair, but we can all stand together in unity and have justice and equality. And I just feel like that everybody should be loved no matter what your race is. And you have to think, this is how I put myself. Like, what if I was in the shoes of a Hispanic and I was called an illegal immigrant and I can't speak English and this? I don't think I would be real receptive of that. And this is something that I've had to learn, because I've always said, I don't understand how Spanish speaking people can come to the United States and not know English. Like, and that really really used to bother me when I would be out somewhere and you ask them something or working and they can't speak English. But you know, as I've gotten older, I've had to learn I shouldn't make big emphasis on that. You know, and I feel like the world should be looked at on a bigger platform than what color somebody's skin is. Like, why? Why does that matter so much? I feel like you look at those commercials on TV with the little kids from other countries and they're like skinny, looking sick at the tooth of the nose, and their bones, you can see their bones through their skin. Why can we not be focused on raising money to help with their health conditions and helping them survive and giving them the important things they need in life, like shelter and food and water and clothing? No, we're worried about that white police officer killing that black man, or that black guy killing that white guy, or them thugs on the TV doing that right there, that trailer park trash did this. Like, it is so unnecessary. But this is the world that we live in. This is really the type of world that we lived in. And it's sad because everybody, there's certain colors and certain cultures who are racist to other people. And I've never been a racist people. I love all color people. I may not like them, but I love all color people. And I never ever want to ever be a person who is racist towards anybody. I grew up in a small town where the population of people were Caucasian people. And I hung out with white people. Didn't bother me a soul. I fit right on in. And I will never forget going to college and people telling me that I'm a country white girl in a black girl's body. And at first I laughed it off like, ha ha ha. But really that bothered me because I am country. I did grow up in the country. But I'm not a white girl. I'm black. I hung out with white people. And to me that was okay. And it just saddens me that race is such a big controversial thing when it comes to the world. And people, in order to change it, people have to make a change within themselves with their perspective of what they think about other races. And granted, you know, people have had situations that happen to them, you know, that cause them not to like another race. It could be their upbringing where they don't know better, the parents raised them that way. It could be many of things of why people act that way. But I feel like you should really look at yourself and be like, am I going to be the person where I'm racist? Because everywhere you go, it's not like we're in segregated times, because everywhere you go, you're going to see a Hispanic, you're going to see a Mexican, you might see a Japanese person, you might see a Chinese person, you might see a black person, or you might see a Caucasian. The world is filled with multiple color of people. Like, it really is. And I just wish that people would just look at people as we're all the same and not by the color of our skin. It really is a sickening cause. And I don't even like to watch the news because I find like the news puts so much on racial things that happen in the world, and they emphasize it so much. And when people start to watch this stuff, they start to believe it in their head instead of having a conscious mind of their own, you know, to think about what really is the factor here. And like I said, people of all races commit crimes and commit violence. Many people of different races are locked up in prison and locked up in jail because of things they've done. It happens. But I just feel like that we as human beings should just look at people for who they are, not for their skin color, because we don't choose what color we're going to be. We have nothing to do with that. Because like I said, if we did, I would be red. So I just want to bring attention to that. You know, I pray to God every day that the world does get better and racism doesn't start to diminish and not be such a big publicity thing on social media, on the news, on media, whatever it is, and that everybody can just come together in unity and hold hands and love each other like we all are just transparent and clear people. That's what I hope. So if you've dealt with anything with race or had issues done with race, I would love to hear your stories. If you've overcome some things with race that can inspire others, I think that'd be awesome to share in our discussion, or email me at autumnchanel87@gmail.com. So now it's time for the what should I do question of the day. And the question I have is, oh God, wait a minute. What should I do to help my partner understand that it is more to sex than whipping out his penis? I'm sorry, I just had a visual in my head of a man laying in the bed and literally doing that. Oh my God, like how do I answer this question? Oh my God. Let me make sure I read this question right. Oh, this is what the question said. So, if you're looking, I guess he's the type of man who likes to hit it, quit it, and get it done. Like, get it done, he's ready. And if that's not the type of person that you are, maybe you should talk to him about some role-playing activities or some foreplay. And like, give him examples, or maybe even put on some porn for him to watch. I don't know. Maybe every man is not for foreplay. I don't know. Maybe you should talk to. Oh my God, I'm getting like so twisted up about this because like I just have this image in my head. Okay, let me get serious about this. Okay, serious. Okay, deep breath. So, I would suggest either dressing up, doing some foreplay with him, maybe putting on some porn for him to watch to show him like this is what you do before sex, or this is what you like to do before sex. And maybe y'all can divide it up. If he's the type of man who just want to whip it out and get it on, maybe you can do that half the time, and then maybe you can foreplay half the time. Everybody has different sexual preferences of how they like to get it on, what puts them in the mood, what sets them off. Just talk to him about it if it makes you feel uncomfortable, or if you're not the type of woman who just wants to, when he whips it out, you just don't want to hop on it. I don't know. This is really tickling me. But that's all I can suggest you do. I can't with this. I can't. Just do what I say. Or honey, better yet, forget it. Just hop on that thing and do what you gotta do and make the best out of it. So thank you for watching, and I will chat with you soon.